Hey, 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 hey,
Hey,
hey, Carla, how are you?
doing good about yourself.
I am doing blessed. I cannot complain.
I tell you what, it just feels like we just met yesterday. The
Really?
time goes by so fast. I was just like, wait, we would just have these conversations. So were you able to get in touch with your guy?
Yeah, so we did schedule it's going to be 2 weeks out. So we did
Okay.
confirm but his schedule is a little bit crazy, so 2 weeks out is what we have the date set for.
Okay.
Um so early November. So that would be the 11th is what we
Uh,
have it scheduled as.
The 11th. Okay. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I kind of wanted to know how, because I'm going to these meetups now,
Mm-hmm.
and there's usually I'm the only wholesaler there. And so I wanted to know how he navigates those kind of rooms.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely. And I'm actually excited for him to come on too because he is a wealth of knowledge. Um,
oh,
so like, we of course we try to, I try to get him on as soon as possible, but the cool thing about it is he's actually back and forth between Florida and Colombia. So he travels back and forth a lot.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Hmm.
Now, is he a realtor?
No, he's just 100% wholesaler.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Okay.
Absolutely. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, 2 weeks out, November 11th, he'll be with us, and then we'll be able to ask him as many questions as we can.
Um,
Time that we
Yeah, definitely want to do that because I want to know how to navigate those rooms, what to do. Because the realtors, like, this one guy, he had a sub two deal. I said, I got somebody for you. And I
hmm.
called him, I talked to him. He never sent me the information. And that was 2, 3 weeks ago. They ghost you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Didn't
I've
realize that.
actually recently got ghosted by some realtors. I think it was last month. There was this deal in North Florida that I was trying to work, and the realtor was funny enough is he sent me the drone photos and everything. And he was supposed to list the property for us because it was kind of like a novation deal that we were doing. And after he sent me the drone photos, he just like went MIA and didn't even. I'm like, dude, this is a free listing and you're just going MIA.
I don't get it. And it says, oh, and I might have somebody else because I got a guy that I referred, the sub two deal to. And I was just like, I got somebody for you. Just give me the details.
Hmm.
Ghosted. And another one, it's like they don't return phone calls. I text and I call. And but not long after I meet them, like, okay, when I go to those meetups, I start calling since I met you, blah, 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 blah. Let's keep in touch. And then not long after that, I usually have something and then nothing. They just, I thought, are they really?
That no,
Oh,
that's normally how it goes. Normally how it goes.
oh man.
But you just have to charge it to the game. I think it's also just the same way it's a numbers game for, sellers. It's the same
Mhm.
way with networking with individuals. You
Okay.
met some people that you hit it off real well with, and then you have other people that's like they may seem cool in the beginning, but then after they're not consistent. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. This girl, she needed funding for a project, and I got some people to fund, and then nothing. She never sent me the info, and I met her in person. I drove, it was about an hour away. I
mhm.
drove to go meet her. We talked for about an hour and a half.
Yeah. I think to me, I've been there, and
Oh,
I don't think that's something that ever goes away when networking. It's like hit or miss.
okay.
And I
Okay.
think one of the mentors that I'm in, one of the mentors I have in this mastermind group, he kind of like hit it on the head, or made this analogy in terms of the same way you don't know when you first hire someone if they're going to actually work out. The only thing that you could do is let time tell,
Oh,
right?
okay. I agree. Okay.
And that's the same. I think that also applies with, networking, team members, or just people that you may run across with any type of space, you know. everything could all be fine and dandy the first couple times you meet, or even the first couple times you speak to them. But really, it's the test of time to determine if they're, beneficial long term, if they can even be productive in a collaboration setting, because
Okay.
if they're not productive within themselves, it's going to be hard to be productive collaborating with other people as well too. So time is
Yeah.
like the biggest thing that you have to kind of like take into account to kind of vet people out and see, can they actually deliver on what it is they say they can deliver on, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never thought about it that way. That's a great analogy.
hmm And then even on the topic of realtors, I mean, today would be a really cool day to call realtors again, because I do have this deal that we got till November 7th to make something shake and find a buyer for. And we are already working with one realtor, and he does have it listed for us. So we can't really, too much, but this is a flat fee listing for the realtor, and I don't think the realtor is doing anything outside of like posting it out on the
Oh,
M.
okay.
You know what I mean? He's made some comments and said, there's been some people that have been some interest and, whatever the case may be, but we haven't had no one put any like solid offer on the table. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm actually going to be calling realtors today. So if you guys want to kind of like take
Perfect.
a peek and
Yeah. I,
What's
I
the
like
flat
to.
fee? What's the flat fee you're offering? Excuse me, Carla.
no, it was a flat.
Yeah.
It was more so a flat fee of $1,500 that we negotiated. So
Nice.
this particular deal, there was about like a 15-20K spread. Probably closer to like 15 though. Um, After we pay him and probably some expenses for the seller. But it was just a flat fee that I negotiated with. I did know of this particular person through a developer. This developer, I actually hang my license under his brokerage.
Mm.
And I reached out to him, and then I was like, "Hey, do you mind listing it? Since it's in your neck of the woods, I got 1,500 for you. I just need to post it on the MLS real quick." And he accepted. He did his end of the bargain, right? Just posting it on the MLS. But I think outside of that, I don't know. I think he's just a $1,500 check at a later time, but I don't think he's doing anything outside of posting it. You know what I mean? And also screening calls. He has been screening calls, so that's also another thing that's taken off the plate. But we got till November 7th to try to get this thing sold, and we gotta like put some pedal to the metal on it.
What is this time frame based on?
So initially when we were underwriting this deal, we estimated that it was going to take probably like 30, 45 days, right? And then after 30, 45 days, we had a lot of interest, but no offers on the property. So we had to get an extension with the seller. And the seller was like, hey, I'll sign an extension, but I'm giving you till November 7th until I explore other options. So that's what the deadline is set it around.
Oh,
Got
Yeah.
where is this deal at?
This is in Mama, Florida. So this is
My
technically
mama.
still in,
What?
yeah, this is in Tampa, but it's like on the outskirts of Tampa. It's like in the country of the city of
mhm.
Tampa, which is crazy to say. But
Nice.
yeah, that's where it's at. It's in a good community. The seller actually owns the house right next door to it.
Mm.
So now what I'm going to do to call some realtors is I'm gonna check like the recently sold listings or the recently sold listings in the area and see
Mhm.
if the other realtors around have any other buyers looking for more deals.
Nice.
So are you going to use Land Portal for that?
Yes, I am. You already know.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. All right, pull this up. Let me share my screen. I just had a new, I'm on my laptop and I just have a new desk set up. So give me 1 second while I can figure all of this. Allow for one more. Okay. There we go. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to call from the computer so you guys can hear it through the speaker. So let me set that up as well too. And then pull this land portal up. And then in the meantime, while I'm setting all of this up, if you guys want to ask any questions about realtors or anything in regards to working with them in order to get lots disposition, you guys can let me know while I'll go ahead and get everything situated.
So do you think by offering a flat fee, they don't work as hard? Have you seen that?
With this particular one that I'm working with, that does look to be what the experience is, in my opinion. Now, regular flat fee, where you go online and you pay like the 99 bucks or the $150, they're definitely not doing no work for you if you do the 100 bucks. This $1,500 that I'm paying this particular agent is going to be once the property's sold. So I didn't have to pay anything up front for him to do the flat fee, right? But the standard flow of doing a flat fee listing is you pay up front and then you screen all the calls and do whatever it is that you need to do. It's typically the standard process.
So what happens if it doesn't sell?
Then the agent don't get no money if it don't.
Okay.
Now if you do the standard way and it doesn't sell, then you just lose out on your 150 bucks or whatever, however much you paid for it to, you know what I mean, to do it.
Oh, okay. Oh, so, okay, so with the flat fee, they don't get it till close. And you're saying that the
And
standard,
you can get up front. Yeah,
the standard flat fee, they get up front.
correct. Yeah. Which is typically anywhere between like 100 and 150 bucks per listing. And then one of the reasons why I also did reach out to this particular agent outside of being a part of like the same brokerage is
Mhm.
the fact that there was 1 month this year, I believe it was in the summer, either June or July, where I paid like $1,500 for like 12, 15 listings basically, because I was paying 100 bucks per
Mm.
deal. And then in my mind, I was like, all right, let me start spreading this money out a little bit because I'd rather just pay agents on the back end than having to keep paying 100 bucks every time I have a deal I have to put on the MLS. So I tried it out with him just because of there's familiarity there. But at the same time, it looked to be that he's not really trying to do much as far as
Oh,
get. Now he'll answer my calls, he'll do what he needs to do and stuff like that. But and he's also given updates and things of that nature. But yeah, your boy is just waiting for a $1,500 check to close, basically.
Right.
Mm.
So will you be offering the same return to this agent that you're reaching out to now, and the agents you're reaching out to now in respects to builders?
Nah,
What does that pay structure look like?
so like if I get this sold myself, I'm gonna just tell the agent like, hey bro, we found a buyer somewhere else. So I don't know what to tell you. Um, agent not gonna be if I end up finding a buyer or finding another realtor that has a buyer that doesn't come through him, I don't think I'm gonna just have to have a conversation of like, hey, we ended up selling it on ourselves. You know what I mean? So all of the other realtors that I'll be reaching out to, it will definitely just come from the standpoint of like, hey, not listing it because it's already listed. It'll come from the standpoint of like, do you have any buyers that would be interested in said property? And
And
then
what would their pay structure look like?
that's where I'll try to negotiate. So I'm gonna try to, your boy gonna try to negotiate everything.
Right.
But I'm gonna try to have them see if their buyer can pay their commission. Because standard practice in real estate now is the fact that by law, the seller isn't obligated to pay the buyer side of the commission.
Right.
Mm.
Right. Now, if they come back and say, no, I want, it to come from the seller, my buyer's not willing to it, $1,500 was me being generous based on the fact that we kind of like have a mutual I wouldn't even say associate, just we're under the same brokerage basically. You know what I mean? And he actually lives closer to that side of town. So I was like, okay, hey, want to take it on, right? But I think next time what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably like vet the agent out a little bit more from the standpoint of like, hey, if I do give you this listing and we do partner on it, what are some of the things you're gonna do to get it sold outside of just posting it? You know what I mean? Um,
Mhm.
this one was more so relationship based. And
Yeah,
next time I'll probably be more like, okay, outcome driven, like, okay, sell me on you executing this opportunity. You know what I mean?
I do. So what are you looking for in respects to the actions you want the agent to take in order for you to feel like they're done their part?
And when I say this, I'm referring to agents, not anybody else, but common sense. Common sense will tell you, like, all right, let me basically everything that I'm thinking about doing right now, technically, if he really wanted to get this sold, he should be doing. You know what I mean? And
Right,
the term that they teach, depending on, where the realtor gets their education from and stuff like that, is it's called circle prospecting. So circle prospecting is just the idea of I'm going to, draw a circle of wherever this property is at, right? And then I'm gonna either prospect for sellers or I'm gonna prospect for buyers in this particular area.
right, okay.
Oh, and I did forget to mention, guys, I do have a hard stop at 2:45. My bad. So let me get to this. Let me make sure. And this will also, what you call it, desktop too. Can you guys see my screen? This is going to be a larger. Let me
No,
make
it's,
sure
it's coming in now.
It looks like it's coming in now.
it's coming in now.
Yeah, now we see it.
Does my
Yeah.
screen look too wide? This is on a bigger screen though. So but it doesn't look
It's
normal.
it's it's elongated. It's triangle, not triangle, rectangle.
Okay,
It's
let me,
not, yeah, square. Just
But it
okay.
looks, but it's, I can understand and see it. It's nothing like this misshaped or anything in respects to
yeah.
letters or images.
Oh, okay, but you guys can see it though, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I can.
let me see. What about now, y'all guys to see it? Is it better?
That's better. I like because I can see it now.
That
Yeah.
is better, yes.
The 50-inch monitor, guys. Sorry, pardon me. All right, great. So let's go ahead and circle prospect. We're gonna do some vacant lots. Now, granted, I should have done this already before or sooner, but what I was hoping was I'm like, okay, I know for a fact that based on the recent sales, in my mind, I was like, we shouldn't be on no more than 90 days on here. But when we signed the extension, the seller was very like, nah, fam, you got 45 days. I need this money. He basically was like, I need my cash. Uh,
Period.
so I was like, all right. Now, if we were going to just let the market play out and let it, do its thing, then I'm pretty sure we would have got it sold ahead of time or in the whatever time frame it took to get the property sold, if that makes sense. All right, so let's reach out to this realtor. It looks like Dawn Stacy Justice. And 3281785.
Can you zoom out so I can see the surrounding area, please?
The phone is off. However, it is very important to me. Please leave your name and number, and I'll be certain to get back with you just as soon as I can. Thanks, and have a super day.
Hey, good afternoon. My name is Francisco. I was actually calling to see if you were either the listing agent or the buying agent on a vacant piece of land in Waimama. I have it under 3106 Timberleaf Road in Waimama, Florida. If you can, please give me a phone call back and I'd love to connect. Thank you so much. Let me actually send her a text. Fingers crossed that she got an iPhone. Yay, she got an iPhone. Hey Stacy, this is Francisco. I was just giving you a call to see if we can connect. I was trying to figure out if you were either the buyer's agent or the listing agent for a property in Waimama. I have it under 3106 Timberley Road. I wanted to see if you had any other buyers looking for deals in that particular area, maybe for some new construction projects or new development. If you can, please let me know and I'd love to connect. Talk soon. And let me save her number real quick. Stacy, what's her name? Justice? Realtor, why, mama. Boom. All right. And then I'm gonna go ahead and then look for some other ones. This was Timberley. I'm gonna look up this 281. This was a 5-acre lot. Let me see. Look, it was way over here. Ours is only like 1.7, 1.8. Give me 1 second. Let me reach out who this realtor is. Tia? Let's play side. Let's pick side bets if this realtor is gonna pick up the phone. Parlays.
Bet.
Over or under. No.
You have struck me at Keller Williams Realty. Sorry, I cannot get to your message at this time, but if
You're just too sorry, man. Too sorry.
Mm.
Does she have? Okay, great. Finna send her an audio message. Hey Tia, my name is Francisco. I was actually giving you a call to see if you were either the listing agent or the buyer's agent for a vacant land deal that sold a couple months back on 3329 Willow Road. I wanted to reach out to see if you may have any other buyers interested in some new construction projects or looking for any vacant land for new development projects in that particular area. I have a deal that's listed on the market that we're trying to find and connect with the buyer for. If you can, please give me a phone call back and I look forward to talking more. Thank you so much. Boom. And then as you guys can see, not a lot of realtors pick up the phone. I wonder how they would stay in business if they don't pick up the damn phone. But ideally, you want to see if they may have any connections with any buyers that may be looking on or off market, and then try to get it sold that way as well too. And another thing I'm gonna ask, hopefully on this particular call, if they answer, is was this a one-time purchase or are they looking for more deals? Make sense? Sweet. Agent phone. Diana, who taking the over or under if we about to get on the phone with Diana? 434-1411. My bad, y'all. That shows that I be on parlays too much. My
What's
bad.
over or under mean? What are you talking about? What that mean?
I'll tell you after.
What that mean?
Somebody put it in the chat.
hi, this is Diane.
Hey Diane, this is Francisco. How are you?
Good.
Doing great. I'm a realtor here in the area in Tampa, and I was just calling to see if you were the buyer's agent or the listing agent for this deal in Parrish, Florida, 13914 Giddesley Road.
Oh, the listing agent?
Oh, you were the listing agent?
Oh, and the buyer's agent.
Oh, even better. Music to my ears. Okay, so question, was that particular buyer that purchased that property, was that like a one-time purchase for them, or do you think they'll be interested in more vacant land deals in that area?
They own the house next door to it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
So they just extended their land.
Wow.
So,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
So
it's been updating.
another neighbor owned that piece of property and they bought it. Oh, that was a pretty sweet deal then. Okay. My next question would be, do you happen to have any buyers looking in that particular area for more land?
I don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay, great. Okay, so no, I just wanted to connect. I know that this recently sold for what this was, 210, and I have a deal about a mile and a half away. So I just wanted to reach out and connect to see if you had any other buyers in that area looking for some new development deals.
Um, I'd have to go through and just look at some other people that were interested in it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if there's a possibility that we could put, a deal together with some of those other people that may have like lost out on that particular deal that your seller slash buyers won, I think that's also maybe a possibility to explore if you want to maybe go back and put a deal together.
Yeah. I'm tied up. I'm doing listing right now. So, but if
Perfect.
I see something, if you want to send me an email, or text with your info, I can.
Okay, what's the
And yeah, send me an email with, the information with the listing.
of course. What's a good email for you?
It's Diane Consuegra Realty at gmail.com.
Diane, your first name, last name, CONSUEGRA.
Yep, realty at gmail.com.
Perfect. I'll go ahead and send you over those details. And then yeah, if you can maybe go back and see if anybody else would be interested, that'd be great. But no pressure.
Sounds good.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Thanks for calling.
You're welcome. All right, so I'm going to put this into my notes. Yeah. Realty.
Them realtors be killing me, boy. It don't make no sense.
What? But yeah, we'll see. She did sound preoccupied, but luckily she answered the phone. But yeah, I'm gonna just send her the deal and see if anybody, so what she was referring to was anybody else that was interested in this property that didn't get it. So she listed this property and also found a buyer, which is crazy because the buyer was the next door neighbor. So that was a pretty sweet deal. So anybody else that didn't or lost out on the possibility of purchasing that property could also be possibly, still buying or whatever the
Yeah, but
case.
instead of her talking about no, she don't have anybody, and then she want to say, you know what, let me go ahead and comb through and look because there were obviously multiple people that were interested in that, but the people who clearly got it looks like Yang Long. So
Mhm.
expended their property.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet, but I don't know, man. The way she sounded was like, yeah, you know.
It did sound to me that if I did send this to her, I'm sending it to her anticipating that I have to do multiple follow-ups. I'm anticipating,
Right.
right? You
Mm-hmm.
tells me get the fuck off my line or don't leave me alone. I'm not doing it. That probably is what, you know what I mean? Or at least two, three times, and then after the third time, nothing comes from it, I'll, whatever. Um, which is why in my dialogue, I was like, hey, we could put a deal together by you just doing the work and going back and seeing, let me see if I can find a buyer. You would think that would perk up like, oh, okay, let me make some free money. Just going back and following up with everybody that already contacted me trying to buy land, but they lost because the neighbor won, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
It's the key word is what you said. You would think, right?
But not all realtors are created equal, as they say.
I try to connect with my neighbor, right? Because she's a realtor, and I was trying to put wholesale deal together for one of my buyers, and it was off market house, and it was in Tampa, and she just would not budge. I don't know if she was being a hater or did not want to work. I said, "Yo, my guy is ready to close on this house. Like, what's up?" Nah, that didn't work out. So in the future, if I ever want to sell my home, I'm definitely not gonna pick her. There's that part.
Why was she making it difficult? What was
I don't know.
making
It was almost as if she just didn't want to connect with me on that aspect. So I was just, she's great. Don't get me wrong. Like they were my neighbors for a couple of years, but I don't know. She just did not like the idea that I may come out with, more in my pocket than her. And you know how that goes. So
I keep watching. Vacant residential. All right, let's go ahead and call Amy real quick and see if Amy about making some money. Let's see if Amy like to make some. Matter of fact, before I call Amy, because I think Diane was the last person was a little bit of a anomaly. She was the listing agent and the buyer's agent. So let me see if I can look this up on Zillow and find who it was sold with and who it was listed with. Oh, okay, look. She's in the same situation as the last realtor. She was the listing agent and she was the buyer's agent.
Is that not a conflict of interest?
No. So it's called in Florida, in the state of Florida, it's called being a transaction broker.
Okay.
Not representing both sides, you're just facilitating the transactions of two sides.
And does that agent get paid twice?
They get paid the full 6%.
Okay. Is that common?
Yes. Mm. Now, to me, I feel like it's semantics because which is crazy. It is semantics, but just to be clear, they cannot represent both parties in a fiduciary capacity. Does that make sense? So it'll be a conflict of interest if they were looking out for the best interest of both the seller and the buyer, right? But the reason I say semantics is because as a transaction broker, you don't have fiduciary responsibility to either individual, but you need to make sure that all parties are treated fairly. So a transaction broker just allows you to be a neutral third party and collect a check in the meantime. So yeah, Juan said double dipping. Yep.
Looking up fiduciary.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and Tam, they put it in the chat. Over, yes, under, no. Over, under. Ricky be on the prize picks. Shane be on the prize picks. My ticket on Sunday flop. Bijan didn't score a touchdown, so womp womp womp. All right, let's go ahead and call this other realtor. Tam is like, what's over under me? You learn something new every day, Tam. All right, let me go ahead and make this call real quick. All right, let me call Amy. 527-65-559. All right.
Hello?
Hey, Amy, how are you? This is Francisco.
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hey, the reason for my call is I noticed that you were both the listing and the buyer agent for this deal in Parrish, this vacant lot on 82nd Lane.
Mm-hmm.
So I was calling to see if the buyer of that property, was that just a one-time purchase for them, or do you think they're looking for more lots in the area?
I couldn't really tell you. Yeah. Why do you ask?
So I have a deal about a mile and a half away, probably 2 miles, between a mile and a half and 2 miles away. And I'm
Mhm.
trying to get it sold for this seller that I'm working with. And I was just
Mhm.
calling amazing agents like yourself to see if we could put a deal together with any buyers in your network or any developers that may be looking for land for new construction.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably couldn't help you with that one. I haven't gotten what the lot that you have for sale, is that residential?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the lot size?
1.7 acres.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what's the address? If I get any calls, I can mention yours if they're not interested in mine.
Okay. Mine's the one that I have. Let me go ahead and pull this up. It's Cassidy Butch Trail. So let me go ahead and pull it up on my other. I have multiple screens up. Give me 1 second. And real quick, do you have more listings in that particular area while I'll go ahead and pull this up?
just on that same street, but I'm actually gonna take them off the market.
Oh no, why? If you
Here
don't mind me
soon.
asking.
The seller just doesn't wanna to sell them right now.
Being difficult. I'm dealing with that right now with one of mine, so I definitely understand. Give me 1 second. Let me refresh my screen real quick. And then I can also email and text you this information if you want. What's a good email for you while I have you?
If you could just text it to me, that would be better. My email, everything gets a little lost in there.
Okay, sweet.
But yeah, if you want to just text me the address and the info, I do get people that call, more often lately. But
Got you. What, just like looking for any land and specifically in that area?
yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, residential, but the majority of people, yours is just residentially zoned, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, most of the people, I don't know if you've run into the same thing, they're looking for somewhere where they can put like a big shed or to store their boats. That's mostly what I've been, cars, toys. They don't really want something residential.
Got you. Okay.
Want to do a mobile home,
Got you. Okay.
home. I've gotten a lot of people interested in that.
Oh, like manufactured homes?
Yes, but since your lot is larger, I imagine you're not getting any calls on that.
No, yeah, I mean, we had a few people that were interested, but they were dragging their feet. And then one of the potential buyers that we had, they were like debating between us and another lot. And they were like, oh, we just want to make sure that they don't have any wetlands. And I was like, ours have zero wetlands. So
Yeah.
what's the holdup,
Yeah.
So, but I guess it's because the influx of inventory. So, buyers have a lot of options nowadays. So I'm definitely not surprised by that. But I wanted to also be proactive to try to see if I can connect with other agents and see if we can, find a buyer that will be willing to take this a little bit faster.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know of anyone, but if someone does call me, like I said, if you text me, I'll point them in your direction.
Perfect. I'll go ahead and text you the address now. And then I have a quick question just for a future standpoint. So primarily all of my listings outside of the ones that I put on the MLS for sale and stuff like that, most of my stuff just comes in the vacant land space. So if you ever have any, like, I don't know if you deal in Tampa, I know this one is in Parrish and stuff like that. But if you have any like land deals that you may need help selling before you put them on the market or even after, I would love to connect with you on that because a lot of my stuff is just purely vacant land. That's my niche that I focus on. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem. I'll go ahead and send you over this information and then yeah, just keep me in mind.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you so much. All right, perfect.
Good job building relationships, Francisco.
No worries. I mean, you got to because some of them, and I made this mistake too, so I don't really like fault people for doing this, but very early on, I was very transactional. So like, the tone that she had where it was just kind of like, oh yeah, I don't really do it, but whatever. You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but over the course of time, you'll start picking up on like, damn, who's that one person that told me they did this, this, and that? And then there's gonna be a time where you like need that particular person. And had you would have just checked in on them every quarter or every couple of months, you know what I mean? That person would be a lot more welcoming and receptive to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I remember talking to Francisco. I remember talking to Tam and yeah, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. So stuff like that does go a long way because you never know when you're gonna need somebody again. So even if they don't necessarily are open to it right then and there, after I send her this and I follow up a couple times, she may find herself in a situation like, who was that guy that called me about land? And when it's beneficial, people will remember stuff when it's beneficial for them. You know what I mean? But if that particular time, if it's not something that's at the top of mind or pressing for them, they probably gonna treat it as a transactional thing. which sad that a lot of agents do that. But it takes time. And which is why also what I would encourage you guys to do as well too is even though a lot of people may not extend that particular olive branch, always keep in mind is like that's how opportunities come to you by saying like, hey, if you ever find yourself in a situation needing some help with anything related to land, give me a call and let me know how I can help you out. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, that's also another thought process. With Amy, the agent that we just got off the phone with, back to Shani's point, she had, if you guys picked up on it, she had a very similar tone as the other agent. Meaning I may send this to her and there's a high possibility that nothing may come out of it and I may have to follow up. You know what I mean? But she's definitely preoccupied with something else that's a higher priority, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you do have to, and then there's multiple ways to work with them. And this particular side of the scenario, I'm an agent reaching out to see if they have a buyer, right? So Carla, this will be more so for you. You know how Sean, for those of you guys who joined a little bit late, Sean is the wholesaler I was telling you about, where his business is just solely built on relationships with agents, right? So he does a little bit of the reverse. Majority of the time, from my understanding, is he already has the buyers and he's reaching out to agents that have deals on the MLS already that could be a good fit for his buyers. So in that situation, Sean has a little bit more leeway and leverage to build a relationship because he has something that the listing agent wants, which is a buyer for their listing. And then other agents, if they're savvy enough to pick up on it, unfortunately, we didn't find one today. But if they're savvy to pick up on, like, oh, in a future circumstance, I may have a buyer or I may need someone that understands land, or I have a buyer that I recently did deals with that is still looking for land. And here comes an opportunity for just me getting paid to just send an email. Hey, are you interested in this lot? Yes or no? And once you encounter agents that think like that, then it's a lot easier to work with them in that particular capacity. But most agents that don't have that level of awareness, it's difficult to build a relationship with them because again, they're transactional minded. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind.
What we
Okay.
call them, workers? They workers.
Oh yeah, they definitely, and majority of the agents, unfortunately, and it's not their fault because they
It's
only
by design.
yeah, that's how
That's what
they're.
it is by design.
So a lot of I had to grow to have patience with agents because not everyone comes into real estate with the same mindset. Like me, I always knew at some point I'm only going to focus on the wholesale side only, right? And then other agents, they just think in terms of uh commissions and that's it. So yeah, that's that. And damn, I have an important meeting.
I was gonna say you still got your hard, you said 45 is now 47.
Say that one more time, Carla.
You said you had to end at 45 after it's 47 now, so
Yeah, I have a hard stop at 2:45, but I'll take one more question because typically I don't like to cut you guys short, but I do have an important meeting I got to get to with my daughter. But real quick, Brian, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? Sorry about that. Just a quick question.
Mhm.
It's regarding, I think I tried to call you earlier and everything. I actually listened to the call, great call.
Well,
It's regarding text grid and everything. Regarding, all my messages are like saying um failed to deliver or what so. Um, do you know what the issue with that? Because it was working like perfectly fine yesterday. Then this morning going on is just like it keeps saying failed to deliver all of my messages, so I had to like pause all of my campaigns just for today.
gotcha. Yeah, I'm actually gonna call you back. I had back-to-back calls today when you had called me. So after this next appointment, I'm gonna call you back and then try to work that out with you.
Okay, sounds good. I appreciate that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Um, And then last quick update, guys, is like I was telling Carla, I know some of you guys came in a little bit later. 2 weeks from now, we're going to have a guest talk about more in depth on how he works with agents and in his wholesale business and stuff like that. So I did coordinate a time with him. We're locked in now. And November 11th is when he'll come on and speak to us. So we have it locked in just as a heads up. So that way you guys can also get like insights on, you know, different ways and different capacities of work with agents. And then you guys can also ask some questions directly as well too. Sweet. All right, guys. So we'll be back next week, same time, same place from 2 to 3.
Thank you.
And then have a good rest of your week. Okay, guys?
Thank you, Francisco.
Thank you.
Thank you,
too.
Francisco. See you guys next week.
Bye.
I